Oh my God.
And
Made it.
hello,
As
guys.
always. Hello, guys. How you going? I'll just fix this light. Luba has told me that I need to fix it.
Sometimes you just need to use the switcher. Okay, good
Just
evening,
switch on.
everybody. Hello. Can you please tell us, can you see and hear as well? Because I think that Striker's connection is a little bit weak today, but please let us know if you have any problems with hearing or seeing us. Please let us know.
I've changed the resolution down to 720, so you can't see us in full 4K glory.
I don't think that it's mean, to be honest.
I don't know. It's just the internet. I can't explain.
Okay. So we're gonna wait for a few minutes for all our visitors today, our friends, our subscribers. Today is a wonderful day. One of our couples is getting married. So actually they have a wedding. I posted on Telegram. So if you're not subscribed to Telegram group, please join, the link in the description below. So they got married in church. It was their decision on Friday. And today they have a giant celebration, and they're just sending me pictures. Like they have a magician there, they have an ice show, they have like all sorts of stuff. And it's very nice, and we send a little short video for them that we're not there to greet them. So it's very nice.
I also sorry, I was just going to say, oh, you go ahead, finish. Sorry.
No, it's just like I just want to say that it's very inspirational.
Yeah, I also just got a text message from one of our clients who got married. Was it last month or the month before?
In September.
In September. So he just got back. I assume it's his honeymoon. He just said that he got back from Cancun with his lady. So I guess it's the honeymoon. So pretty cool stuff. And one thing I was just, should I say this or not? Is it? I think it's interesting. So Luba's like, why do you need to say that? What's so? But I think this is interesting, right? So
I think that every live video you need to do something. So this video.
I was just making a cup of tea before, and I was like, we've got 3 clients this year that are in relationships. One of them is married, and the other 2 are in relationships. One of them was a client from last month, and their name is John, right? And I don't know any Johns in my whole life. I was thinking, that's such a common name. And then I thought about, my mind goes like this, and I'm thinking about how on these movies, like these CSI type investigation movies, where they say,
people are living
that we found a John age 42 to 45, white male, whatever, John. I never understood why I would call them John. And I've realized now is that statistically, it's very, very likely that his name is actually John. Luba's like, who cares about that? I just think it's interesting. And then the next thing is I thought, there must be an equivalent of John, but a female in Ukraine. And I was thinking, it's got to be Olga. And then we jumped on here just before we come live, and I said, isn't one of the Johns going out with Olga? And is one of them?
Turkey, you're a genius. Guys, turn off.
For me, it's no. Well, I think it's interesting is that there's a common name, but obviously I've never come across any Olgas, personal interactions with Olgas or Johns yet. We seem to be matching them. So if your name is John, and you want to meet Olga,
find you Olga. We will find you Olga.
Only Olga. Only Olga.
And let's say, I'm telling you, people leaving. Okay, so so here basically all our friends that we already know, John, Henry, a lot of guys that Tracy, Kyle, Tyson, like all the guys that we in some matter know, and that is awesome. And today, like, we want to talk a little bit about COVID, just quickly. We will call it Big C, okay? So in our social group, we will call it Big C. And what is happening is in Ukraine. So at the moment, Ukraine, I think from Monday, they consider it as a red zone, even though I thought that it's like already a red zone, because to be honest, like not much changing, not much is happening, when it's like green or red or yellow. So at the moment, like I think it will be our rules forever about the certificate. So basically what all you need to do is like you need to do a vaccine and you need to have a certificate to come to any place or a negative PCR test. So today we went to the center and it was a very interesting situation. So we was walking through McDonald's, like by McDonald's. So John changed his name. I told you that he like you embarrass people. um,
There's no need to change your name. You should change your middle name to John also.
but you know that his middle name is actually John. His name is like, remember what he said? John, if you let me, I will talk about this. He talked that his middle name, it's a British one, and it's also equivalent of John. So his actually name is John John. So he's the one. He's the murderer.
Interesting what's going on here.
Yes. But anyway, so we were walking by McDonald's, and it was interesting because if you've been in Odessa ever, you know that McDonald's on Deripaskaya Street is always like super full and it's extremely busy. So there was like two doors. One door is completely, Mamachka, hello. So it was completely like packed. Honestly, packed, like was so many people. Another door was empty. So I, of course, came to the empty door and I say, "Sorry, like what's going on here?" She said, "If you're under 18." I said, "It just turned 19 last week." So she said, "If you're under 18, you can enter with no problem, or you need to have a COVID certificate. If you don't have a COVID certificate, you need to stay in line and make an order outside." It was shocking. I went inside and I saw that there was this, like, basically kids and some adults as well. But, it's not so busy as it used to be. But the next thing we did, we went to this big restaurant. Don't want to cause anybody's problem, but famous one, good one, not a scam one, just very nice. We went through and we forgot that even like there's something like that's going on. They just put like say take a seat, nobody asked for anything. So I guess that if you're in Ukraine, Johnson and Johnson, you see, if you're in Ukraine, you need to know the places where would be the most comfortable for you to come, and then you will not feel the red zone or any kind of zone on yourself. So okay,
Yeah.
seems like Johnson and Johnson is funnier than Big C. Let's let's move to something else.
Johnson. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so
Are you
all right.
surprised, guys? Do you have any ideas of like what is our topic means? What happened with us? What do you think? What's going on? Any ideas? Any
The good thing
suggestions?
about these live videos is like because they're not like a video where we have to sit down and say we got like 10 minutes or 15 minutes to talk. We just kind of talk about it. You guys can give us real-time feedback, which is for us is very, very valuable.
When,
and that's
Striker, last time we did the video that was 10 minutes. When? Never. Like we just can't.
I see.
Okay. Any feedback?
They used to be 10 minutes, maybe a couple of years ago. It's just the way it is. We always go 30% over. But what's good about it is that we can talk about what our thoughts are, because what we're going to talk about is, in my mind, an experiment. And it would be cool to, if you guys have got ideas, yell out your ideas, tell us what you think would be good, because we're trying to create something a little bit different, but it's sort of been done before. But Luba will tell you a little bit about that. Go.
I want, before we keep going, nobody answer if they actually hear us or see us. So I'm not sure. Are we just talking like if it is a date night or what? Like, are we talking just to ourselves? They heard about Johnson and Johnson, but guys, are you here?
I think they'll say if they can't hear us. I think someone said I was a bit lagging.
How many Johns we got here?
How many Johns?
Thank you. It's very supportive. 10 minutes info and 10 minutes Luba laughing. Okay, guys. Okay, you're gonna see me different now for 10 seconds. Wait, questions. Tracy and Johnson and Johnson, right? How many Johns are here? Are you now owned by one of the other companies, socials? Everything is fine. Okay. Okay, so I know that there's a lot of people who watching our videos, but maybe they not go through all of the videos, so we will try to give the biggest amount of information at the beginning, and then we will just explain it and answer the questions. So we will go straight to the point, okay, if you don't mind. So if you guys watching this video, the most important part will be now. and it's minute number 9:51. So what happened? In the past 3-4 months, we got calls from the guys, and we have a rule with Striker. So if we hear the same request 3, 4, 5, 6 times, we need to take an action, right? Striker.
Yeah. I'm just reading the comments. Yes.
Okay. So when something is constantly repeated, so we need to look at that. So one of the requests that we got, like it was in one call, another, like about 4 or 5 guys were asking, they said like, listen, like we heard about these Zoom events, like Zoom something, Zoom parties, Zoom socials, like why are you not doing that? It's interesting because like people can talk to several people at the same time, get to know each other, learn more about culture. And I was like, no Zoom, like no parties, like no socials, no, like nothing. And then we was talking to Striker. I was talking actually with one of our partners, and we started talking with her because it's winter, and people kind of, when I was working in letter writing industry, so it was the biggest season because people staying at home and they want to talk to somebody, and they just start doing this, unfortunately, absolutely not resultative, like nothing thing. And so she said, but it was not really about winter or summer. She said, we have a couple who got married from our Zoom event from Germany. And I'm like, really? So it works? And she said, yes, like, they arranged, and she started telling me about like what they actually did. I talked to Striker and I said, all that, there's many things that, they can't be perfect, right? But let's try and experiment something. Maybe it will work, like maybe we can do something that will be useful and helpful for our guys, that will be affordable, that will be interesting, useful. It will give a lot of understanding for the guys who never been to Ukraine, about Ukrainian ladies. They will be able to ask questions for the ladies, and they will be able to, ask anything. Because if you go on one-on-one dating, then you kind of feel a little bit maybe worry. I see how the guys, like, they don't know, can they ask this or no. But if you're talking to this, like many ladies, you can ask anything you want, and maybe there not everybody will want to answer that question, but somebody will answer. So it's a great opportunity for the guys who want to just try. So we were talking about that and talking, and Striker were like, he always like, he's not skeptical about that, but he
I'm
want to make sure
skeptical of
that
everything.
Huh?
I'm skeptical of everything. I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like, when will the guys, like, who will be there? Like, what's going to happen when this happens? And what? And you always say to me, like, why do you ask so many questions?
But I know that, like, he tried to push me hard. He just like, our partnership is very interesting, as you know, and so it's like, I think that why he's doing that is that he pushed me hard to see if I really want to do this idea and if I really confident. So he actually know that if I offer something, it should be good. But he pushed me hard to see, like, we like it's a shit test. It's a shit test. I understand. So, but it's shit
like
test.
we call it, like, for guys, like, you can call it a shit test, but it's like devil's advocate. I guess you call it. It's like, well, what happens if this? I just look at it as if it was me. Okay, so what time will it be? When will it be? How many people will be there? Like, how does it work? And Lou was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We can do it. Like, this is what she did when we started.
And then you push harder and harder.
No,
and then
when we started doing when we started doing the tours, you were like, why are you asking so many questions? I've been doing it for 10 years. Why are you asking me questions? Like, you need to, like, we need to discuss it. Okay, I trust you. Go ahead and do it. And of course, it's been pretty good. So I trust her on this, but I still will push her a little.
I just want to try, different things. I just want to try to make it the most efficient for the guys. And I understand that a lot of guys watching us, and they thinking, oh, like, how can I do it? Is it for me? Is it not for me? Like, why Ukrainian lady? Why everybody's obsessed about that? Why everybody talk about this? So they don't know. So basically what we decided to do, and we was thinking about, like, how to call it. And actually, guys, if you can give us an idea, because definitely we don't want to call it as a social. We don't want to call it as a, like, online dating or anything like that, like, because we want to call it like, like a party, like communication, like a meetup. I don't know, like, give us ideas. Like, if you have an ideas, please put in comments, because this really, like, is very, very valuable for us. So
hey,
basically,
let's call it the metaverse.
Oh, metaverse. Boring.
Someone's already taken that one.
This name is already taken. So we decided that we would like to try to arrange a little, like, event for guys and for the ladies who are looking for each other, who are looking for their partner, who are looking for their who looking for companionship, who looking for this, like, person that they enjoy. What? Happy hour. Oh my god.
What? No good?
Happy hour.
Sorry, brother. I tried to throw it in there for
It's
you.
gonna be
But
actually longer than an hour. It's gonna be longer than an hour.
well, we can
So
call it happy hour and a half. It's fine.
we can go happy
45 minutes. We'll see.
Yeah, happy 5 minutes. Paulo Coelho actually took 11 minutes. So we need to think about that, either 12 or 10, whatever. So, but 10, we also, like, we can't take anymore because we just can't do it. Like, we can't feed our feelings in 10 minutes. So anyway, stop distracting me. And we decided that we would like to try to arrange such kind of thing with our partner agency to try and meet single ladies with the single guys. So the format will be on Zoom, and I know that a lot of people, like some of them, using Zoom every day because of work and because of new world with a big C. But some of them, like some of you guys, don't know how to do Zoom, and sometimes we have like 3-5 minutes to start the Zoom and to make it work. So happy hour in the British pub always lasts longer than an hour. So and we want to try it to arrange such kind of an event on 11th of December. So 11th of December is going to be Saturday, and we would like to invite you guys for this party. Let's call it party. How to take part in this event. And if you have questions along the line about how it will be and what it will be, help us with that and ask, and we will respond. So for the next month, from tomorrow till the 5th of December, we're gonna have calls with the guys, our regular strategy calls that are very useful. It's not a sales calls, it's a strategy call when you can ask your questions, when you ask anything you want to know about Ukraine, moving to Ukraine, learning Russian, finding a wife, whatever, anything you want to know, the regular strategy call that we have. But everybody who do the call will get a free ticket to our party. And on 11th of December, you will get a special invitation to join this event. So the format of event will be, I was talking to some of the agencies and asking, like, what is the most efficient way when it is comfortable, because we don't want to spend like 10 hours sitting in Zoom, but at the same time, we want to make it interactive, we want to make it interesting. And they said that like 8-10 guys, it's optimal, like to make it convenient, to make it more comfortable to communicate, to not wait for too long until you can speak next time. So 8-10 guys we will take on this event, and arrange this on 11th of December. What you guys thinking about that? Rocket match and meet.
When
meet and match.
when we were
Maybe meet and match.
like we sort of danced around it, dabbled in it, and it's a tricky one, right? Because it's virtual, it's digital, and we're all down for the meet in person, open the door, and all this sort of stuff. But I don't know. When Louis said this to me the other day, I said, okay, for me, this is an experiment, right? The same as when it came to the virtual dates online. It was an experiment. I was open to it. Everybody is different. People have different results based on different personalities. So I was like, yeah, okay, well, let's try it, okay? But we can't say this is an event. We can't announce this is the world's greatest first digital online event, whatever. But we have every week, not every day, but like many times per week, we have guys doing coaching calls. So the suggestion was between the two of us, it was like, the person that's paying for a coaching call wants to understand some things a little bit better. If we said it was free, you're going to get all sorts of different people in there, and it's just going to be, we have to look good as well, okay? I tell you that. We have to look good as well in front of the ladies, because then we can redo them later on in the future. So most of the guys that book calls with us, they want to understand things on a deeper level, whether it's moving to Ukraine, whether it's dating in Ukraine, whatever it is. But they've paid that little bit of money to try and understand it, and that we respect. So the idea behind it was like, well, how can we get serious people who are not going to do it for free but we can't charge for it because it's kind of an experiment. How do we do it? So that's the idea is like, okay, everyone from now on, from today, from this point here, who books a coaching call with us, and remember, these are not sales calls. Anyone that's done a call with us in here, it's unless you really, at the start of every call, anyone who's ever done calls with us, I can see 2 on the screen there. At the start of the call, I always say, or Luba says, at the end of this 1 hour call, what do you want to achieve on this hour? So it makes us stay along, stay on track with the call.
Sorry, I need to just. Can you see the last comment? It's an interesting name. I'm just saying.
I think if that's a troll, that's I owe you a beer.
But
Anyway.
before that, can you see Arthur's? Can you see an Arthur comment above Arthur comment? Can you see?
Yes.
Okay.
That sounds interesting to me. Common name though, John. There you go. There's another one. Now that we're going to be seeing them everywhere. I forgot completely what I was talking about.
Sorry, I always do that to you. But he was talking that.
No. Okay, yeah. I just got it back. So okay, so it was like, okay, so if people are serious about talking to us for 1 hour, we discuss what they need going into the future, best options for them, plus like 5 minutes of, okay, if you're going to go on this Zoom dating digital metasphere event, we need to make sure that when you turn your camera on, you're going to look good. So it's kind of like, it's like a litmus test. It's like, we don't want you sitting there in the dark. So it's all part of it. So we thought it coincides quite well. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to say the least.
Yes, what I want to say, Striker's right. I forgot to say about this. So why we want to have, we want to give you this strategy goal, because it will help you a lot in.
Can I put John on the screen here? Can I put John? Because this is actually a very good question. Are we English-speaking ladies or use an interpreter? This is from JA. JA. He's my friend. Can I put up the screen? It's a good question. It's a kind of an unusual name, but
guys, look what happened to Heart Rocket. So who knows? We'll understand. But
I think it's a troll, but I think it's brilliant.
You can't talk to Johns like this. Like, it just because it's a murderer's name, you can't. Anyway. With it being Christmas time, will you give it a theme? So what I was going to say, that when the guy's calling us, sometimes we and you know that everybody who knows me, I'm very direct, and I'm not trying to play game and lie in any matter. So if you sitting and some guy's calling, and then we can see only his nose like this, or maybe like this, and we always say please, can you move your camera, can you just a little bit reshape it, and we will give you the best advice about how to do the Zoom call. We will give you practical advices, how to see it, how to make you look better, not putting the computer in down, then you look to somebody, to all of the people, from the top to bottom, and then how to not make it that you have a double neck, how to see that the light will be fine, how to see to make it that we don't see of all of us has a little bit of a mess, maybe not Striker though, but have a little bit of stuff. So oh my god. So I just know who is that. Yes, I just understand who is that now.
John Adams. You mean it's
so we will give you advices about how to do the Zoom call to look good, to present yourself best, where to sit in your house to make it nice. Because honestly, even if you think, it doesn't really matter, it matters. We do a lot of Zoom calls, and sometimes guys, decided to sit on his patio. Why not? The weather is great, and then it's something every 3 minutes is something going, some motorbike or something. Then somebody sit and there's a dog barking, or on a Zoom, I already asked this of our partner. I said, how do you do that? Because sometimes it's so noisy. They mute everybody, so you need to raise your hand, or we do terms. and we invited and we let you speak, like, so it's quiet and nice and you can hear everybody. So there's a lot of little details that we can help you, and it will work the best for you. So that's why we would like to have the strategy call with you also. Okay, answering the question of magical John Adams, like, are you planning to invite English speaking women only, or use an interpreter? So we are planning to invite different kind of ladies. I don't really want to, like, you know that we have a rocket match, and now we actually have a package where you can talk to 6 ladies. Before it was just 12. Now we have a package, like for the winter only, we have a 6 ladies package. It's cheaper a little bit, so you can check our website and see. So there you can see English speaking ladies only. But here we would like to invite different ladies. We would like to use with English and without. So it depends on what age of the guys will, call us and will be invited for the party. So of course we will try to not invite like 18 years old girl if they're going to be most of the guys who are 50. So, but because it's like a party kind of stuff, it's like we have a solution for you. After that, like after this event, like we're going to talk and discuss this on the calls. It's more like personal approach. It's more like, you see what's happening with this light
I've
behind
seen
you?
that. I see what's going
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like personal touch, as we call it. So we're gonna talk with each of the guys on phone, but as an event, it's gonna be mixed. It's gonna be English-speaking girls and not English-speaking girls. And how it's gonna be? It will be like a little interview. The guys who will call us and who will be willing to take part in this party, I will ask them to send me a list of questions that, for example, you would like to ask the girl on the first date. We will choose best, maybe 7, 10 questions from all of the guys, and we will send these questions in advance to the ladies so they can a little prepare, so the video will not take forever. And then I will just interview them. I will interview, and if the lady can respond by herself, she will say in English. If she can't, then I will help and I will translate. So on this, like you will not actually participate with the child, will not actually communicate with everybody, because you understand that it will be everybody together, but at the same time you will be able to understand and get to know this person, and then if you like each other, to continue communication. So all of that, like all details, we don't want this video today, we will try not to keep it like for an hour. So all of that we will discuss with you while we have a call. And one thing that I want to change from everything that I heard before, and even rocket match that we had, I would like to be part of the calls like afterwards, because our interest is not to sell contacts and make money on that. We're not even doing that. So we want to do something when we can introduce people and when we can really build this mutual interest. So after the first introduction call, they can actually stay in touch and talk, and find something interesting. So to make it work, I understand that sometimes when you meet person for the first time, you can be a little bit shy. And sometimes we talk to the guys who say, I'm an introvert. It's very difficult for me to speak like out loud, like to people, start talking. And to be honest, like I would say that, most of the guys saying that rather than like, no problem, I can go to talk to somebody. So that's why I realized how important is that to a little bit, it's like a swing, you need to a little bit push it, and then it will start like going faster and it will be enjoyable. But at the beginning, you need to this a little push, and you need a little bit to stay there and, keep doing that. So I'm ready to be that mother who is like pushing you a little bit on this wing to make sure that, your communication going in an interesting way. Because sometimes, like what I saw before in the calls, that people are just sitting and like, I don't know what to ask. I don't know what. Okay, yes, uh, mm, and it's not nice. So I know that you can create this connection even through the Zoom call. I know that because we have a married couple already who did that, and our partners as well. So maybe the percentage of the success is not like that big, but at least I will know that you do it legit. You're talking to the ladies who really wants to do that. and you're talking to people who are real. You will see their videos without any Photoshop or anything. It's impossible to Photoshop there. You will talk to people who are real and interested in doing that. So
well, one thing I'll say here, and it's something that I would say, I don't know, maybe it's on every 8th, I was thinking 5th or 10th, I'm going to say 8th call, is that some people write a big story when they book the call with us. And they'll say where they're from, they were married before, they got 2 kids, whatever. It's a big write-up. And then some people don't write much at all. And usually those people that don't write much at all, they'll write something along the lines of, I just want to see what my options are, and I just want to try and understand, is dating in Ukraine for me? And would the other ladies open to dating, guys from the West, or something along those lines, right? Like, I just want to understand it a little bit more. Not too interested in giving out all their details. They don't want to fill out the profile form. They don't want to do all that stuff. They just want to understand, is this real or is it not real, right? Is this bullshit? Because there's a lot of bullshit online, or is this real? And so they would pay us for us to talk to them about it. And I would say that what we're talking about here is probably the most ideal. I'm not saying the only people, but very, very ideal for those guys that are a little bit confused. Maybe they did some letter writing, then they saw some videos, maybe from us, saying it's bullshit. But they want to just understand, are there real ladies out there, right? Are there ladies that look real? Ladies that, aren't this like smooth Photoshop face, just ladies that they can talk to, right? They can ask them questions and you can judge for yourself, right? One thing that I will say here is that if you're not interested in having a strategy call with us, if you're just doing it just because you want to get some contacts or whatever, then don't book the call, because the way that we will do it is that we will do 1 hour call with you. Then we'll talk to you after the hour for 10, 20 minutes about your setup to make sure that you look good. Because the last thing we want to do is to have an event where our guys look bad and our partners, girls, look good. So please, if you are serious about dating over in Ukraine and you want to really, really understand what's going on over there, like the guys that call us without this, then definitely have a look at this. Well, think about this. If you're thinking about booking a call and you're putting it off, and you're thinking, I'll do it later, or I'll do it maybe next year or whatever, when whatever, do it now if you're serious. But if you're not, then don't. But if you're serious, then do. I was going to say something else then, but
how often you plan to organize such events?
I'd like to talk to John like he really is John. Well, I was thinking every 3 months we could go city to city. We could get a big bus.
No, we don't have
Sorry, I was really going.
I don't want to think about that, honestly. I just don't want it. Make me worry, but no.
Do you really think that JA has time to come on our live thing?
Yes, yes.
That dude's lying in a hammock somewhere. He doesn't care about our channel.
So I want to say, so how often, we not really have an intent, we will see if it will give a result, because all we care is about result. If it give a positive result, if we hear the positive feedback, agencies would be more than happy to invite the ladies, and ladies as well, because everybody is seeking for this communication. Everybody is looking for that. And there is if you think that there is a lot of guys coming to Ukraine just in general, to be honest, no, a big amount of guys still coming for this letter writing, and they're staying at the airport waiting for this one Mariana, who will come and pick him up, and she will never show up. I don't know if you know the story, but I was just recently talking because I'm getting a license in one sphere that we will tell you later and announce later. So I was talking to my friend and diving, yeah.
No, driving. They've just made it legal for women to drive in Ukraine this week.
Make it illegal, and I tried to say that no. So we was talking with her, and I forgot what I was saying. It's about property. So it's a long story. But anyway, we one time came to the airport and we saw the guy there. And I said, Striker, look, he got scammed. And Striker said, like, how can you look at the person and say that he got scammed? I said, because look, like he's staying here at the airport. Like we was waiting for our guy. And of course, like this is the rule of our life. First of all, every time we come to the airport, like we're coming and it's very cold, no matter, even if it is like July.
But it's hot,
And
it's
second
cold.
is that our guy is always the last. So like, and then I started panicking because I think that he lost his luggage, he didn't arrive. But all of our guys already know that they message me from all the airports, and I know that they're coming. But anyway, so this guy was, maybe you better say the story, like a little bit better how to explain. But
Yeah,
I
okay.
will tell the story, and then I will tell you what I wanted to say.
Yeah, if you guys are in a Telegram group, you'll notice that we're always standing outside the airport because you're not allowed to go in. But
Every day.
like Luba has got these sniper eyes when it comes to a guy getting scammed. And one of the first, must have been at the start of the year, we went to the airport, we're standing there, and there was a guy standing like in the doorway to come out, and he was looking at his phone, and he has like a mask on, right? So obviously it was during COVID, but it was like a full-on one. And everyone else takes these off, but he had his full-on one. And he had his phone held up with a photo. And he's like in the doorway, blocking everyone like this. And Luba said, hey, look at this guy here. He's waiting for a girl. He's getting scammed. And I was watching him and I said, how do you know that? How do you know he's getting scammed? She said, Striker, I've been doing this for years. You understand. And I was like, really? That's fascinating that you can spot this guy. You can't even see he's got a mask on and a hat on. All you can see is his eyes darting left to right as he holds up his phone, looking for whatever is on his phone, right? Like a profile photo. And so we're waiting for our client. And then I see him over there and he's still looking around. And then Luba walks past and he holds up the phone as Luba walks past, like he's, is this the person of interest? And then Luba came back, we're still waiting. And I think our client turned up then, right? And I said to Luba, we need to, I was kind of laughing. I thought it was not funny, but I was like, Luba, you have to go and help him. This is what we do. And I said, this is like the puppy dog that's like stuck in the drain and it's our job to pull him out. So Luba went over there and she basically just said, look, like you're here to meet who you meeting? And he said, a friend. And Luba said, what website is she from? And he said,
He was shocked. Like he was
shocked that you knew.
Talking about how dare you are. But anyway, we end up, like, the reason that I started talking about this is that we end up driving him, like we meet our guy, then we apologize and we say that we meet this guy and we need to help him to find.
He would have been stuck there all night with nothing.
But like we can't find his place. Like honestly, like he booked a place and it was like I even remember I even hit my car a little bit because we came to this like blackout parking and underground parking, and I was like, we can't find it. Like it was like it was so scary. But anyway,
late too. It was so
but
late.
I forgot what I was going to say.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but the reason that I said that is that we try to make it understandable for the guys. We want to see the result and we want to follow you through. Like for us it's important, and sometimes strikers say like you can't, like you need to be a little, like you need to let them go, you need to like give guys a little bit more space. If you're with me, I really want to take care from the beginning till the end, because there is a lot of like distractions that can really, like, I wanted to feel really relaxed. I wanted to feel comfortable when you're coming, but I also wanted to talk to legit people. I wanted to try and talk to people who are interested in the same as you are, and make friends, make a communication. So will we arrange these events again? We don't know. We'll see how it goes. If it goes well, if it goes fun, because it's not really much that we can do to make it like super entertainment. Yes, of course I can turn on the music and say, okay, now all stand up and start dancing. I don't know. Will you do that, or you will just switch the camera?
Oh man, that sounds like it's.
Yeah, I knew that you will. And Striker will do his DJ. And Striker will do his DJ set. I will play piano. So I think it's going to be great. Perfect.
Yeah,
we completely turn into metaverse.
Yeah. But understand it. Like this is an experiment. We're not going to try and like sell you on some bullshit ticket for an event that never eventuates. This is an experiment, right? And you're free to like, come on our channel and tell us how it was. Tell us what the ladies were like, and we want to get the feedback. We want If it can be done, we don't know. But I mean, there's no point in saying that it can't be if we haven't given it a go. And one thing that that I like to think that we're good for is that if we're going to say we're going to do something, then we do it and we do it well. We don't usually dabble our toes in things. We usually do it and we do it well, and we lose a lot of sleep. We work long hours. Like even these days, I barely have time to have lunch with a bunch of other stuff we've got going on at the moment. We try to make sure that whatever we do is done well. So for us, getting the feedback from the guys that are seriously interested in doing it is very, very important for us. So those guys that want to be part of it. We're not saying you're going to meet your wife doing this. Like, if any guys that's going, that's it. I was going to go on this tour. It was going to cost me $5,000 or $10,000 or $100,000 or whatever it was going to cost me, whatever company. I'm going to do this instead. Don't think like that. Just think of this as something interesting to try, right? And as Luba said before, when we did the rocket match plus calls with English-speaking ladies, I didn't have a lot of faith in it, and one of our first couples is now engaged or married. I'm not too sure.
First couple.
So that was interesting. So I'm open to anything when it comes to this crazy world we live in now. Otherwise,
so guys, we don't want to keep you long today. We would like to try. If you're with us, we're happy. Whatever happened. Like it's a full experiment for us. I collect a lot of feedbacks. Like I collect a lot of feedbacks from the guys who already did it. Like we have few guys who did it with other, like I think in Belarus or somewhere. But anyway, like we talk to them. I try to collect as much feedback as I can to make it work the best. So if, for example, like there is something that I can do better or improve it or, support or whatever, I'm willing to do that. I know it will take a lot of time. I know that, it will be not that, just switch off the camera and leave. Like I'm ready for that. Like I like to work. I like to work a lot. I like to work at night. I like to work in the morning all day long. But anyway, I just want to try. Like I really see the potential, because if it will end up as a couples, like if it really people will start over the winter communicate, and then in March you will be able to travel. Like I will be like we will be more than happy about that. So
can I just say, it's like when I was thinking about this today, it was okay. So it's like, I'm all about meeting in person. You open the door, you've dressed nice, you smell good, you can smell her, she smells good as well. She's dressed well. There's all these things, right? So, but when it comes to meeting these days, it always does kind of start online, and that's the part of my mind that is open to doing it a little bit more digitally, right? Is that you can meet online, but you have to go offline. You can't just stay online. Like letter writing is just online, right? Or any sort of other communication online where they make it hard for you to meet. So if you decide that you want to talk online, this is really just a foot in the door, and then maybe go over to Ukraine. And maybe when you do go over to Ukraine, you've got this contact, you've got another one, maybe another one from Rocket Match, and you've got like 3 when you go over there that you've been communicating with, and there's something that may grow from that. Obviously, there's no guarantees, but at least you're talking to someone and you're not paying through these websites, So if she's communicating with you, then chances are she's open.
But at least in the worst case scenario, you will just because we're giving it for free, just you need to give us a call. You, in the worst case scenario, just talk to us. I don't know if it is.
Yeah, that's it. That's kind of the idea. It's like we could sell you a ticket and hype it up and say we've got the world's greatest new online ball, and we could have all this stuff. But it's like we really don't know if this is going to work or not. So if we sell that to you, we have to deliver on that, right? Not only do we have to have the event, we have to have it so that you are satisfied with whatever it is that we promised. And at this point here, it's like we really don't know what it is exactly exactly what we can promise. So we're looking for the feedback from the guy as well. So that's why I said before, it's like if you are just wanting to book a call, just like a normal call that people do every week with us. And we'll give you a VIP ticket, free champagne. Well,
no. But by the way, you can bring your own food. In our restaurant, you can bring your own food. We don't mind. So, guys, seeing a Zoom party is an experiment. Is there any flexibility on when the coach?
No.
Okay.
No, I'll just say this. That's actually a very good question, and thank you so much for asking that, because we can never think of all the questions when the coaching call is done. No, because we want to talk to you
Sergey, no. Before you answer, we just talked to Ross a few days ago. That's why he's asking.
Gotcha. Sorry. Okay, interesting. Why not?
You're invited.
Yeah. Ross, we just did a. Sorry, Ross, I didn't recognize your name. Oh,
how do I know you, Striker? How do I know you? Tell me.
Because I was looking at was, and I was like, why are you saying was? Was is in the past. You should say is. You start to learn grammar.
Yes, I mean,
but
yes.
No, okay.
The calls are from the now, like from tomorrow till 5th of December. But Ross is invited because we just did a call with him like a day ago. So
and Ross was great, wasn't he? Was cool. Ross, he was cool. Yeah, definitely. So Ross, you are actually Ross's number. He's like number 1 on the list, right?
I don't mind, but why?
Because he's the first.
Okay, so Ross is the first, and then we have 7 more spots. We have 7 more spots left. But again, like guys,
sure.
if I would say the guy that want to do. Yeah, my dear Johnchik, yeah, he has like he is incredible person, but like none of us was. It was difficult a little bit to understand because John has very Yorkshire accent, and we apologize for that. Honestly, I feel very embarrassed. We like it just like, but he's very right. Like you need to keep it simple, no matter how good is your English, because sometimes you talk about one thing and she's just responding about other, and both of you sitting there like what are you talking about?
You know, can I just say here, it's like, because John does have a very strong accent, but I get it. Like my father had like I even said to John when we were having breakfast lunch a few weeks ago, I said, man, it's like you sound so much like my father. Luba's sitting there with like this complete blank look on her face, like what are they talking about?
I only understand like when I say father, and I was like, father?
Everybody is speaking English, right? So when people say that, you know, you're a lady that can speak English, really, it's like there's different levels of English. John has like a very strong like Yorkshire accent,
and independent.
And even if the lady spoke English, she learned English from somebody that could speak English. And I get this because it's like I'm learning Russian, but then like I'll talk to like the Uklong taxi driver, and I cannot understand a single word that he says because he's obviously got like some other accent. So accents make it difficult. So just because,
but if you will hear how John is making fun of Russian guys speaking, like that is absolutely hilarious. It's like it's like what he's saying is just like you can't. It's like it's the best. But you know what I want to say about John? Like I want to stop making fun. John, can you please write and comment like a little bit of a feedback about your tour? And you know he's in a relationship at the moment. He is the one, John, who is in a relationship with Olga. And
yes, my man.
Yeah, so we would like give a little bit of information for the guys like who are thinking about doing that, or like how do you like it or don't like it. And if you don't mind, can I tell the guys about the surprise that you arranged today for your lady, as an idea, because I think that it was pretty cool. If you can message me on WhatsApp, because we're just recently messaging. If you let me talk about this, please let me know, and I will tell about the surprise that you arranged for your lady today, because for me it was like, if the guy wants, like one thing I understand in life, that the guys sometimes say, oh, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know like how to arrange stuff, like how to, you know, how to surprise. What should I do? I know that if the guy's in love, like if really like the guy has a feeling, he can do so much. He can really do almost anything, no matter where he is, how far is that, how difficult. He will find a way to do it if the guy wants. So this is what I understand. Wait a second. Maybe he's not watching. Maybe he unsubscribed. Okay. So what about his surprise? So, yeah. So he called me like a few days ago, and he said, sorry, I don't know why I'm coughing, but he said, I would like to arrange surprise for Olga. and he actually already did it himself, but he like had the little slight issues, and he said, she has a renovation in her apartment, and it started even when we was on a tour, so it's already like 2-3 weeks after that. And he said, I would like her to just rest. And John said, yeah, that's fine, I'm open book, as you know, just don't show the picture from the spa. And he said that yeah.
Interesting.
Did I say it out loud? So anyway, he said, I want her just to relax. I want her just to, to forget about her plumbing, her toilet problem, her bath problem. And he said, I booked a nice hotel room to have a Saturday date with her, night date with her. So he said, I arranged her favorite champagne there, some flowers, some candies, she can have a bath, everything is nice there, everything is so. And I was like, really? Like, imagine she's coming there, everything is waiting for her. They can do a nice video. I mean, whatever they do, but they can talk, and everything is great. Imagine like how impressed she was, like how big of a surprise for that for her it was. So, and I don't know how he got this idea, but it's awesome. Like, it's really literally great, because uh, if the man wants, he will find the way to surprise his lady. And it's not, and a lot of guys say, only girls only want iPhones, girls only want Gucci handbag. No, like, actually it's not about that. It's just about attention. It's about like of course it should be something interesting, it should be something spicy, maybe, not
I'll say this. Okay, if you're with a lady and she only wants the Gucci handbag, or she only wants the latest iPhone, like this is more of a reflection on you. It should be, okay, this woman has given me like crazy, like hot, passionate love, right? Not that, okay, this woman is asking me for an iPhone or these expensive gifts. So have a look about, just take a look for a second. Okay, is this woman giving you affection, or are you having an affectionate time with her? If you're not, and she's like, new iPhone's just come out, ask yourself what it is that you are looking for, and have you just been fooled by the glamorous photos and the better writing sites, right? I can tell you right now, like all of our clients, like really, like with such good ladies, such good ladies. I couldn't even imagine them asking for things like an iPhone, right? It just doesn't make
I
any
will
sense.
tell this way.
It doesn't make any sense.
But I want to say this. Every single woman, and by single, I mean not that she's single, every woman on the planet, she would be happy to get a gift like iPhone, Gucci handbag, something nice, some nice perfume, something. Why are you rolling your eyes, Striker? Why? Is it a surprise for you?
No, I was just listening.
Is it a surprise for you? But like every single lady, Android, okay. Don't even know how to react on that comment. But
if you meet a woman and she's like, I really want an Android phone,
marry her.
Marry her. Yeah.
Right there, right now. So actually, this tour, it was something like that. The girl said something like, I don't understand this iPhone's like
Android's better. Yeah.
Yeah, Striker is already ordering China a big portion of chocolate iPhones, and he gonna retail, right, resell it next year. It will called Heart Rocket phone.
They're called C phones.
C phones. I think that it would be cool, like if Heart Rocket can be like a brand for some other goodies. Okay, enough of my fantasies. And
oh God, here we go.
The guys really can give the lady.
You know how hard this is for me to like not make jokes. It's like you set me up, don't you? You understand, and you think about it. You're like, I'll set Strike. I'll see how strong he is. I'll see if he can resist making fun of what I've just said.
I think that you trained me. I think that over these years of our relationship, like you trained me for like being the same as you. No, okay. When we just start working, like you said, that I have a very thin skin.
I did say that, and it was freaking thin. It was like paper. It was like wet toilet paper, the skin.
Was that Ukrainian gray toilet paper?
Worse.
Yeah,
One
but
worse.
anyway, so but what I'm saying is that you understand, right? That every single girl wants to have a gift, nice gift from her like man. Of course, she wants to have, like, if it is a jewelry, she wants it to be with diamonds or like good jewelry. If it is like something, she wanted to have a name, a brand. I don't know how it is in US, but in Ukraine, like, everybody's, I don't know, it's kind of cultural. It doesn't make any sense. I 99% agree with you, but there's still one. But that
I'm just saying, like, it's not a cultural thing. You guys have to understand that a woman wanting fancy Gucci, handbaggy, shoesy, iPhoneies, it's not a Ukrainian thing. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's like when people say, oh, you know, women from Ukraine only want iPhones. Women from all countries want brand new, latest model iPhones so that they can show off to their friends. Okay.
so you
It's
see,
just that
Ukrainians are
sometimes
not the bad girls.
just sometimes if you're dating a woman who has got a lot of shit from other foreigners in certain cities like Odessa, Kiev, then yeah, you're being taken advantage of. But most women in the world want to have nice things, right? You as a man are supposed to provide this thing. Then should you provide like an iPhone and Gucci handbags? No, not unless the circumstance is right. And that is if you're in a relationship and whatever. If you want to do it, you don't have to do it. I can't, you know. But I've been
Maybe
in
I
a
will
Western
say
relationship.
something rude, but it's the same as the guy wants to have the best sex, right? They don't want
Yes,
to have like average.
please. Okay.
I'm
So
here. I see more.
let's do a high five. We're on the same page. Okay.
No,
So exactly, it's like I saw the best quote, and it was they asked, I don't know if it's true or not, but they asked Donald Trump's wife, I forget her name, Melina, something like that. Trump, she's Ukrainian. They said he wouldn't be with you if you weren't a hot young model, and she said I wouldn't be with him if he wasn't rich. Okay, so there's an offset, there's a trade in value between the two, right? If you want a hot younger wife, okay, then you have to understand that you also have to provide in a way that's different maybe from some other guys, right? So I'm not saying that all women are looking for that. All women are looking for a man that can provide, protect. He's excited about leaving behind a legacy, perhaps. He can lead other men. Women love men that can lead other men to something. It's a topic for a whole other day. But basically, like, don't think that all women are just looking for an iPhone. It's naive as a man to think that if that's all you believe, if you really, really do believe that all women are in Ukraine looking for an iPhone, then you already have failed the shit test that she hasn't even put forth. Right? So she's looking for a man that could push past all of those things, that's going to protect, that's going to provide, that's not going to get pushed over. Can you do that job? Yes.
it is horrible. I found this iPhone, chocolate iPhone. It goes in the original book. It's called Choco Phone XY, and it has like inside. It's who did it? I don't know. You can't see it. So it has like a phone. It has a chocolate phone, and it has all the little parts, such as headphones,
like
plug. It's shocking.
But is it?
But it's
But it's fake,
exists.
right?
Yes, it's fake. It costs like $10.
And it
Look
comes
at
with
this
a charger.
box. Look, it's a chocolate one.
Hey, we said on the last video, how funny would it be if you could find like an iPhone that looks like an iPhone and give it to the lady and as a joke, and then she would say, "I can't believe you would ever do something like that to me." She's speaking in an old English medieval accent. How dare you? But she's obviously Ukrainian. You know?
Oh my God, they have black and white. They can have like any color.
Do they have rose gold? That's what the scammers
No,
want.
it's out of stock.
Huh, I see.
What is charging cord? Charging like plug.
The chocolate charging
Anyway,
cord.
guys, again, we're doing this ridiculous
Just
stuff.
don't
Start talking about the
make sure
toilet paper.
Just make sure it doesn't get too hot, otherwise it turns into a
But I want to,
pile of brown goo.
I want to say something, that if you're in a relationship, especially with Ukrainian ladies, I hear from the different guys, different things that, we don't really do the birthday gifts. We go just for the dinner for birthday. We don't do Christmas gifts, only for kids. in Ukraine, like if you're dating a Ukrainian lady, she will expect the gift. If you will not give it, like it's your choice. Nobody can, make you do it. But like, I don't know about America, like this in this matter, like about the gifts. And I know that for Christmas there's big families and a lot, like, but here in Ukraine people do gifts for everybody in their family for New Year. So there's holidays coming, and if you're dating somebody, you should do it because should do something nice. And also, like, if you're in a serious relationship, you should do something nice for at least your mom.
I don't usually put on these types
Oh,
of
and
issues, but
where?
John's just so rad. He's just such a cool dude. One thing I'll say,
He was the most relaxed.
He was pretty chilled. He was almost too chilled, wasn't he? He was almost too. It was like, is he all right? Is he all right? Give him a nudge. Are you okay? Are you okay? Is he all right? But what I was going to say before was, someone says Ukrainian women always want new iPhones. Everybody wants iPhones, all right? It's just that what we're saying is that Ukrainian women want a man to buy an iPhone. Okay, if you're in a position where there's a woman standing in front of you, say, buy me an iPhone, then you fucked up. Okay, you made some wrong decisions. Okay, and if that's at the point where you're at, it's your you get to make a decision right then and there and go, this is not the right woman for me. No matter how hot she is, how whatever she is, you need to make a decision that's right for you, and maybe just think for a little bit up here. Hey, you should do, and if you are thinking that, you should do the Heart Rocket course. 50 videos. It took us like 300 years to write.
But to be honest, for your birthday, but that for your birthday, I really wanted to buy you an iPhone because you have this iPhone 10, and I felt like
this. What do you mean an iPhone 10? You know what's funny? She's like, I really wanted to buy you an iPhone, so instead she bought me this iPhone case. Like, she bought me this iPhone case, which I do like. I don't know what this thing is on the back here. So what am I supposed to do? Hang
it's
this
a
on
ring.
the wall? Yeah, I'm supposed to hang it on the wall. Oh, I'm home from work. I'm just going to hang up my boots and my jacket and my phone.
You can't be that.
I like that's actually the best case ever.
But I decided to ask you. But I thought, like, you always call me strong and independent, and I thought if I buy him an iPhone, like, that's it. Like, I will never be able to wash this.
I've got 2 iPhones. I've got one here.
Yeah, so it's like it means like it's iPhone 20.
Oh, what? So I'm a lower class now because my iPhone's not an iPhone 18.
No, but it's not a big deal. Like, honestly, so forget about it.
I wish we didn't even have iPhones. I want to go back to my Nokia 511, which had that one.
My dad lost his phone, and somebody from work gave him the slider. Remember, it was super cool. Like when you have to slide it,
like the Matrix.
No, it's like it was so cool. It was Samsung or something. And
yeah, those were the days, weren't they? Now we're about to open the iPhone 15 and be in the metaverse for a few weeks. Anyway, I've got no idea what we're talking about. This is as usual in life in general, not just.
Oh, that's we had such a brilliant laugh every day. My sides were hurting most of the time. Why your sides was hurting? And then I had amazing dates with experience with lovely women all sides.
Did you just put that comment on the screen?
Yes, I can't.
We've done it. I was in charge of the comments.
Sorry,
you've got access. You've got access to the. I didn't know that. I thought that I was like the admin. We've been doing this for like 2 years, and you're always like, put something on the screen, make it do something. I'm like, and you have full control over everything. Classic.
No, but I was weak. I was weak and thin-skinned girl, but now I'm strong.
Your debut. You've had enough. I'm taking. Once he said that about the iPhone, I'm taking full control over this. Anyway.
Yes, guys. So the topic, by the way, for this video was that we would like to have the Zoom party. We would like to communicate. We would like to get to know you better because, no matter what is the status of your, are you, after you talk to us, like we always, like if there is some issue or if there is any problem, you always can rely on us. You can email us, and we keeping everything in CRM, such as my famous red notebook. Striker has a better one. But we have
Monday.com. I use Monday.com. Link down below at the response of the video.
Subscribe. He will get $1. But anyway, I even have I have a funny comments but I remember everybody, and it's I have here Website with the big boobs. So I know exactly like what is this guy was talking about.
Hang
Then I
on,
talk about
just go back a little bit.
not the guy was with the big boobs.
No, well, okay. So there's a website with big boobs, or there was a woman with big boobs on a
No,
website.
anyway, but it doesn't
You
matter.
can't do that. You can't just like just like a tornado and just destroy everything inside and then be like, oh, I'll see you later. What happened? It doesn't matter.
No, but I say that we keep in touch with all of the guys. Like for example, if there is a problem, that the guy like was an issue, and we try to help him to fix it, and then like in a couple of weeks, like we will follow up with him, even if he's not our client, he didn't buy anything out of us, but we will message him and say like what is going on. Like we actually would like to know what's happening and how can we help further. So and like Striker, we just talked to one of the guys here who just subscribed to our program a few days ago, and Striker say, like it maybe sounds bad, but it's up to you. Like we really like the worst about hard rock is that we don't do follow-ups like this. Like we just like we never. It's horrible. Like I know
We're
that
the
we
worst
even
with
got
marketing.
other companies like stalker messages like get my course, get my camp, whatever. So like all the time, and we just like we just like unfortunately
Talk
we
about
don't
how
have
bad
time.
we are at marketing. I've done marketing
We're
since
horrible. Like we're probably never
2005.
gonna grow. But if you want to get our product, you get it. Like why would we bother you and say, "Oh, today is a hot price"? Like we never do any of
Like
that.
Lubra's right actually. Like we have, I have this, like I've worked in marketing and web design, logo design, sign writing since 2005. And one thing I always struggled with was with follow up. I always felt like if I follow up with a customer more than twice, and it's after they commit to the sale, I'm spamming them. This was like for the last 10 years. We had a client recently and he really wanted to sign up. And we said, yeah, like he was great. Obviously he had, the resources to go and do this. Seemed like a really cool guy. And it was like, he said, I'm going to pay on Monday. Okay. On Tuesday, I messaged him after he said he paid. I said, yeah, nothing came through, because I always like make sure the money didn't go somewhere else. And, I'm not ignoring him if it did go through. Okay. And he says, oh, there was a mistake with whoever paid it. Okay, no worries. He says, I'll pay on Friday. On Friday, it didn't come through. I said, okay, still nothing. Okay, I'm going to pay it next week. I get back. I've been busy. And then we just didn't bother messaging him again. And it wasn't like we didn't want him as a client. He would have been a great client. And we know that he would have been, we'd hope, we'd like to think that he'd be successful. Otherwise, we wouldn't take him on as a client. And then like, I don't know, 4 weeks later, he says, I'm going to pay the deposit. And we said, look, someone already took that spot. And he says, well, you should have told me that it was like a limited time thing. And we kind of did. But it was like, I just feel uncomfortable saying, hey, we haven't got the money. Give us the money. We need the money. And
last minute.
Yeah. It's like we needed him to pay then, or the second time. Otherwise, somebody else would take the spot, which is always the case. But I just can't bring myself to say to him, if you don't pay by 5 o'clock Friday, you're going to lose your spot. I just feel like such a scammy 2005 internet marketer. So it's like, okay, if you say you're going to pay, I'll check. If it's not there, I'll let you know. If it's the next time, yeah. After that, it's like, okay, if you haven't paid, it's like obviously not that important to you, and I'm certainly not going to make myself feel bad by becoming an internet spammer.
And to leave this video, we every single time before we do the live video, we say, let's keep it short. Let's do it like maybe 20, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 7 minutes. What are we doing here? But I want to leave it on a positive note. I actually really like this comment by Gala. And he's saying, I think a quality woman would rather have a well thought out gift, regardless of price, that shows you've paid attention to the things that matters based on what you learn about your life interest. Honestly,
Cool.
when the guy is paying attention and what the girl were saying and like mentioning or maybe notice when you was walking or something, and it's really not about price, but if you will like create a box and you will remember there was a movie called like Life Before You or Life After You or something. So he gave her this Striker always making fun of me how I say that, pantyhose. So it was like a bees, like it was like a bee, like it for the girl. And she said that when she was a kid, it was her favorite thing. And then she looked and he gave it to her for Christmas. And she was like, he remembered that. Like it was like back then. like, and the story of the gift is always the best, as I always say. So if you really love your woman, like if you really like her and you pay attention to what she's saying, what she's wearing, maybe you think that there's something going to match her, maybe she has a very nice green shoes and you can get her a green purse. Maybe it won't be Gucci, but you will just say something that, I think that it will really match you, or you will get her something that is like little different things that you notice over the, I don't know, half a year of your relationship. That would be the best. But that really is very, very rare, to be honest. Like, it's very rare that
Yeah.
the guy is paying attention, because it's much easier to go to the shop and then say to the, like, this girl, like, what is the most popular, okay, this, don't even, like, don't even doing any effort to that. So I understand it's much easier, the guys usually don't know. But like what Gal is saying, it's actually very important. Pay attention at each other, both. I always say that to the both, to men and to women. You need to pay attention if you really like the person and you want to make his life special.
Yeah,
And
the,
really
the, the reason
nice.
we'll just finish on this, because I really do have to go. I've got to make a phone call in like 3 minutes. But the guys complain about women asking for iPhones. Guys don't go online and share how good it was when they bought the lady something that was important to her, right? So we all get caught up in the stupid iPhone thing. Really, it's not happening that much. Just do the course. Of course, you learn all about it. Right? You learn all about how to pay attention to these things going forward, and like how you can actually find a legitimate woman and not get rorted by the iPhone scam. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Always appreciative. Love you guys to bits. We'll see you in the next one.
Yes, and if you want to book a call and get this ticket for the event, please,
Yes.
the link is in description below. And if you're not subscribed to our Telegram group, please subscribe. And guys, I apologize if I was rude to somebody, but I really request to have a photo on your profile. If you don't have a photo, I have to remove you, because we don't feel on Telegram. Yes, I don't feel comfortable. I posting stuff what we're doing about our life. I don't feel comfortable if I don't know who is that. So understand me if it's against your like policy, you don't want to send a picture. So just please, we are open here on our live videos, and subscribe to us here. And thank you so much for everybody who was watching, and we see you guys next time.